There are lots of changes we have been expecting to come into effect, and yet there is another proposal, like they are actually proposing to say if this is going to happen. If you have been following me on this platform, had always said that those guys, they use the same consultants and to do their review anytime they want to do it. This is a new update I'm about to share with you, so like and also share with your friends and loved ones. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're seeing this beautiful face for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. And just in case you're new to this channel, I share information on UK updates, live in the UK, like everything you can think about, immigration update, which I'm about to share one right now. So like and also share with your friends and loved ones. Without taking so much of your time, guys, let's quickly dive right into today's video. If you had been following me on this platform, you will know that I had always said that these guys, they use the same consultants for their review, for their research and all of that. And most of the rules that have come into effect and the ones are about to still come into effect were rules the opposition party said, like a proposal, before the Labour Party took it on board and made sure that they bring it to pass. So each time something is said like this, just keep an eye to look out for the next thing that will happen, because like I said, when it comes to election and politics in the UK, one of the topic that is more trendy, most trendy topic is always about immigration, because they know that that is what the masses want to hear about. Now, as you can see, Kemi Badenoch urges stricter measures for Nigerians seeking British citizenship. Bear in mind that even if it is only Nigeria she had mentioned, trust me, before you will know, other countries will be affected. So don't be excited yet that this is going to affect only Nigerians. It's definitely going to extend to other nationalities. In an interview, leader of UK's Conservative Party, Kemi Badenoch, said she would ensure that it is tougher for Nigerians to get British citizenship under her leadership.
You say to somebody who's coming from Nigeria and wants to create a little mini Nigeria in Britain.
No, that is not right, and Nigerians would not tolerate that. That's not something that that many countries would accept. There are many people who come to our country, to the UK, who do things that would not be acceptable in their countries. It's virtually impossible, for example, to get Nigerian citizenship. I had that citizenship by virtue of my parents. I can't give it to my children because I'm a woman. Yet loads of Nigerians come to the UK, stay for a relatively brief period of time, acquire British citizenship. We need to stop being naive, and that's why under my leadership we now have policies to make it a lot harder to just get British citizenship. It's been too easy. It's basically a conveyor belt. We want people who have who want to come to our country to be net contributors, not people who will immigrate and then need welfare, need social housing. That's not right, because they haven't paid into the system. So there is a lot that I'm changing on policy that is suitable for the times we live in. We could get away with these things before the era of mass travel, before mobile phones, before small boat crossings. There's just the global mass migration which we're seeing that's very destabilizing.
Even right now, it's not even as easy as that. So imagine she making it more difficult, especially for Nigerians. Now, the question everybody has been asking is that why is she targeting Nigeria, especially when we all know that her parents are also Nigerians. Now, the thing is, when she comes out to talk like this, it is something that they have done a review or they have done a research on, and you will see that one person just needs to say it, and before you know, they will take it on board, just like the other ones as well that have come into effect and the ones that we are still expecting this year. Badenoch made the comment in an interview with CNN on Sunday while trying to contrast the immigration policy of Nigeria and Britain. Loads of Nigerians come to the UK and stay for a relatively free period of time, acquiring British citizenship. We need to stop being naive. A lot of people are in the journey of securing their British citizenship, like we all know, and from the proposal, which they are still thinking that it may come into effect, they are looking at making it 10 years. If you're coming as a skilled worker, you have to go through the 10 years route. So let that again, she has come up with something new, saying that they need to make it a bit tough. Now, we don't even know what they will be looking at in cause of making it a bit tough. This is just to let you know that things are not where they used to be in the UK in the past. But I would always say that immigration is the talk of the town, especially when it comes to politics and when they want to impress the masses. The immigration is the main thing. I've been here for almost 14 years and I've seen a lot of changes. They go back and forth with changes. This is why under my leadership, we now have policies to make it harder to just get British citizenship. It has been too easy, she said. Now, under her policy, from what she's saying, that they've now put things in place to make it a bit harder for people to get citizenship. We don't know when that is going to, for people to get, for especially Nigerians to get citizenship. And like I said at the beginning of the video, that this may not only affect Nigerians. If it comes to pass, it will also affect other nationalities. So don't be excited yet to say, oh, my country is not mentioned. She told CNN that immigration often exploit the British system, leaving the UK vulnerable to threats. When asked if she would support the idea of a Nigerian immigrant recreating a mini Nigeria in the UK for cultural integration, Adnor firmly rejected the notion. That is not right. Nigerians would not tolerate that. That's not something that many countries would accept. There are many people who come to our country, to the UK, who do things that would not be acceptable in their countries, she said. And to be honest, if you watch my previous video, I mentioned something like this. At the time I filmed that video, I had not even seen this because the video was published on Saturday and she said this on Sunday. A lot of people come to the UK and they carry over the orientation, which in this part I agree with her, that people come to the UK and they just think that they can get away with a lot of things like they do in their countries. The UK is the same with where they're coming from, which is not good. Badnoch was born in the UK in 1980 to Nigerian parents and spent part of her childhood in Nigeria. She has been dominating the headlines over controversial remarks about her birth country. Now we can see how the British people, they take their things, especially when you are a born British. Even if you are born here and you go back to Nigeria to study, and by the time you finish and come back, you will see the difference. I schooled in Nigeria, at the same time I also schooled in the UK, and there is a massive difference when it comes to the system. Now, this is not to say it's the fault of those who taught you, but you know, the government has made it in a way that things are not really all right. When it comes to Nigeria, you see this, you see that, but this is not only in Nigeria. Other countries as well are going through similar challenges. But with this proposal, the reason I'm filming this video is that when something has been mentioned like this, guys, just give it a little time and you will see that there may be a shift or there may be a change. Now she has mentioned this. Before you will know it, the Labour Party will say, okay, they are looking at doing this, which is why I said, I'd always said this, and I will keep saying it, that these guys use same consultants. They use same consultants. The previous proposals that will soon come into effect were things that came in said first, and before we knew it, the Labour Party has picked on them and they've put it into law to say this is going to be this. No more overseas recruitment from 22nd of July. The salary threshold has been increased. No dependent. Like, these are things that were said by Conservative Party. So with what she has said now, is like they've actually agreed on this and somebody has come to leak it out. She's just said what they have been planning on the ground. So in case you're in the UK, in case you're planning to come to the UK, to be honest, things are definitely going to be a bit tough compared to what it was, but that's not the big deal. Now, one of the things you have to take on board now is to make sure that you don't breach any of your visa rules, because you don't want to breach your visa rules and at the point you want to renew, they come up to say, oh, you breached your visa rule, you can't renew, or this and that, and by the time you know it, the time is going. If there is any changes that will come into effect, you may be affected, because when these changes come into effect, a lot of people are affected. But this is not to panic. This is just what she has said, which is looking like a proposal already and something they had already agreed, but they just needed somebody to say it. But let's see how it's going to be, guys. I saw this update and I said I should share with you because we don't really know. I'd always said on this platform that the UK is a place that you go to bed with something you know that is really happening, and you wake up to hear that, oh, this thing has changed. So just have an open mind and don't always be panicked, especially with updates like this. Some people had already forwarded to me that this is, I say, yeah, it's just what she has said. Even if they want to pass the law to make things more tough or more difficult for Nigerians to get a British citizenship, it's not only going to affect Nigerians, it's also going to affect other nationalities. So let's see if this is going to be announced by the Labour Party to say this is a new proposal, what they are looking at, especially for Nigerians. To be honest, I don't know why Nigeria is always the target. Let's see how it's going to be. Whatever I say regarding this, we'll definitely come and share with you, but don't panic, just relax and hope for the best. So guys, This brings us to the end of today's video, and I hope you find this video helpful. And if you do find it helpful, please do like and also do share with your friends and loved ones. I'm sure they're going to find it helpful. And also do subscribe to join our beautiful family, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Until I see you in my next one, you take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.